Create and modify point groups. After completing this video, you will be able to create and modify point groups, apply point group label and style overrides, apply point group filter and query, and manage point group display. Grouping your points together allows you to see just the information you want at any one moment. To create a point group, you can go to the Home tab, Create Ground Data panel, expand Points, and select Create Point Group. In the dialog box that appears, you'll give it a name. Then you'll tell it what style you would like it to use and what label style. There are a number of ways that you can filter your point group. One way is to look at other point groups and only pick points from one of the other point groups. Another option is to use the raw descriptions matching. Since I have station for my point group, I'm going to check mark the STA, and I can look at the point list to see what it selected. So it grabbed all of my stations from 1 to 86. When I click OK, you may notice that my station markers have appeared for those stations. Another way you can create your point groups is by going to the Toolspace Prospector tab, right-click on point groups, and select New. This time I'll do a tree point group, set the point style to a tree, and for the label style, I'll use the description only. Then on the Include tab, I'll check mark the raw descriptions matching and type TR with an asterisk to select everything that starts with TR. On the point list, you'll see that I have a number of trees and wires. When I click OK, I'll see those trees also get the symbol that I wished for. One thing you'll notice, though, is that my trees have all of the label information as well as the stations. One way to avoid this is by changing those point groups to override. So when I right-click on tree and select properties, if I go to the overrides tab, I can tell it to override the label style that might have been given to it using description keys. I can also override the point style to make sure that it gets the right symbol. This time, it only described the tree, and I could do the same for my stations. Right-click, go to Properties, on the Overrides tab, check mark the overrides, and click OK. Now my stations only show me my elevation. Another way to filter your point group is by starting a new point group, and on the Query Builder tab, you can tell it to modify the query, then right-click and insert a new row. For the property, I'm going to select what kind of property I want. And the operator can be any of the operators listed, equals, greater than, equal to, greater than. And the value, I'm going to type in GS for ground shot and put the asterisk in there as a wild key to ignore anything after GS. Then when I go to the point list, you'll notice that I have all of my ground shot points listed. And on the Information tab, I may want to change the style to be a basic style and no label. I'll also want to change my overrides to make sure that the style and the point label style get selected, and click OK. Now all of my ground shots just look like an X, and they're not cluttering up my drawing as much as they were. And last but not least, if I want to change which point group style is showing, I can right-click on point groups in the Prospector tab and select Properties. Here I can move my All Points style all the way to the top and click OK, so that all my points go back to their original style. If I don't want my points to show up at all, I'll right-click on point groups, select Properties, and change the all points point group to a style of none for both the labels and the points. If I want to just see my trees, I can right click on point groups, go to properties, and put my tree all the way to the top and click OK.